Okay, now I'm going to talk about Michael Hastings and his death here. The first thing I did, I checked out YouTube, and here's excuse me. Here's one of the first videos I checked out on Loud Labs News. I guess they just cover like car crashes and stuff out there. Okay. And is this the one? Which one is this? Okay. Yeah, this one here. So the guy was out, he was sitting in a parking lot. You know, this is like a camera operative. He's just out here trying to scavenge for news or whatever. So he's sitting in a parking lot. He's got his little dash cam going. And supposedly he's capturing Michael Hastings driving through here. So here we go.
3-5 Vision 101, 2000 Ford Van,
Boom. And he says he's at Santa Monica and Highland. Okay, so that's about 50 miles an hour. It's really quick. It's silver. It looks like his car. I'm going to assume that's his car, Michael Hastings. Anyway, so let's just say that's it. But he's at Santa Monica and North Highland. Okay, well that's this right here. Let's go back for a second. I want to show you. Here's a pharmacy. Here's this pharmacy. That was under construction at the time of Google Maps. Right here. Okay, so that's, here we are, Santa Monica and North Highland. And so I'm just saying he went through this intersection, right? He went through this intersection, and then I'm gonna just push it. Whoop. Hopefully I'm not screwing this up. And he went across another road, or whoever. I don't even know if Michael Hastings is in this car, but whatever. Maybe he was. And then we go across Willoughby Avenue. That's an intersection with lights, just like the other one he went through. That was a red light he went through. Whoever was in that car went through a red light. And it looked like about 50 miles an hour. And that light was on for, it was clearly going to be red. He knew, whoever went through it knew they were going through a red light. It wasn't like, oh, I gotta hurry and get through this yellow. So, whoever that was, anyway. And so we went through Willoughby. This is a long ways here. Okay. And now we're at Melrose. I think this is the last intersection he went through, whoever this was. Okay. Now the Mexican guy, or whoever the witness was, I guess he was around here somewhere. And he said this car went bouncing through this intersection like so fast, oh, big fast, right? So out of control, really fast. So we're coming down. And yeah, so that was it. This was the intersection. I don't know if you can see this. This is the intersection he came through, and he went 1, 2 palm trees, and then this set of palm trees is the last thing he passed before supposedly he crashed into this tree here. So here's I have a little problem. Alright, let's say I don't know if you can see my cursor, but anyways, let's say he was coming in this direction here, like this, kind of a straight line. I just really, at that speed, say 100 miles an hour maybe, I really don't see him hitting this. If it was a fire hydrant or whatever it was, I don't see him hitting that. Right here, this is an old picture, so obviously that's like it's just capped off. I really don't see him hitting that, but you know, maybe, whatever. But I'm just showing you this is where it was, and if you watch the video, this right here is there's white pillars where this guy comes walking out with his garden hose, and he's spraying the scene with his garden hose. I'm not sure why this fountain is going off, or I call it a fountain, but fire hydrant or whatever was there at this time. Not in this old picture. There's nothing there. That's capped off, right? Oh, I gotta go down the street. I don't want to go to the street. Anyway, it's capped off. Let's go back up. So, one of the problems people have with this is, and I'm not saying that this was pure accident. That was a long ways. If he was asleep and he drove all this way, that's kind of tricky to stay within these lines that long a distance asleep. So I'm thinking it's possible he was drugged and it was just an accident, you know, and it went from there. But I'm thinking if someone's trying to kill this guy, seriously, they're trying to kill this guy, and it looks like that means that they took this guy's car over, like I said in my other video. They took control of his car, and they were, I don't know if they could steer it though. I don't think they can steer it unless it's one of those ones that parks itself. So he was probably in control of his car, you know, the steering part, and he had no control of acceleration or his brakes. That's my guess. And so he's flying through this intersection, and he, you know, bouncing. The guy said he's like bouncing through this intersection so fast that when you're jumping and you're bouncing around, you're probably gonna lose control pretty soon. And I'm guessing that whoever is controlling his car for him has the gas pinned, and he's like just losing his mind trying to hold on to this thing. Okay, but so then it comes through here and hits the tree. It's got to be pretty much a straight line, probably, I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe he was fishtailing a little bit. But then hit the tree. But here's the thing. If you're going to go to the trouble of making it look like an accident, which they obviously did, they didn't just put a bomb in his car and have it go off as he's just driving along merrily, like this car here. If it went off here, then you would see debris everywhere, right back here. But you don't in the video. All the debris is either at the tree or beyond it, as if he hit the tree, like I said in my other video. As if he hit the tree, and then whatever happened, happened. So, but like I said, if they were going to take the time to kill this guy, and, you know, rig up his car so that it's out of control, or just you know, mess with his brakes or whatever, they would probably want insurance. They wouldn't want to just mess with this guy's. He's a journalist. You don't just mess with his brakes. He's gonna talk about it if he survives. So I'm guessing that if they're gonna bother rigging his brakes or, you know, messing with his acceleration and all of that, they probably had some explosive insurance that they also planted somewhere that would go off on impact with something, whatever he hit. They don't know that he's going to hit a tree or hit a bus or what he's going to hit. He's going to hit something. There's going to be a jarring force on this car at some point because there's no brakes and it won't stop accelerating. That's my guess. So they probably packed some explosives in there. I would. If you want insurance, you don't want this guy blabbing, hey, they rigged my brakes, you know? You don't want that, right? So that's probably what happened. Assuming it wasn't just asleep, which now I kind of doubt because it's a long ways to go just asleep and not, you know, just drift one side or the other. You would have probably, I'm guessing, gone out of control before this. Okay, so there's that, and he hits the tree, and say there's insurance explosives, they go off, poof. But, you know, the car's coming this way. It probably didn't hit the tree center on, it probably hit the tree I don't know if you can see what I'm doing with my cursor. Probably hit the tree to the left a little bit, I believe. It looked like from the video that he didn't hit it middle on. If he hit it middle on, then the motor, when it skidded out, would just bump right into the tree, and that would be the end of that. But so he was off to one side, I'm guessing this side. And I don't know if the explosives dislodged the motor, or if that's enough force going 100 miles an hour hitting the tree to dislodge the motor. But anyways, the motor skidded off this way, across the street. You can see in the direction, I'm guessing, of the travel of the car. Right, here's the travel of the car, and it just kind of went that way. Okay, so, but then the car, like I said, hit the tree off center, so that means the ass end is going to swing around a little bit. Bang, swing, the ass end swings around. So that's why it looks like it's 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees to the direction of travel of the motor. Okay, well, once it hits that, you know, there's going to be extra motion involved, unless it hit a dead center, which it didn't. Obviously could not have hit it dead center, or the motor would not have been able to get around the tree. So we all know that. Okay, so there's that. So that's my guess. My guess is that it, you know, it does look fishy, right? And as far as the white tarp, like covering the car, I think what happened that they're, you know how they normally cover the body of the victim or whatever? I think he may have gone through the windshield and kind of ended up in the engine compartment-ish area. And that might be why they put the tarp over it. But, you know, this, if there was explosives, they're really not going to want you looking at it. So he went through the light there, and here's the rest of it. People have a hard time with the description box. There's the fountain going off over there, or a fountain, fire hydrant. It just doesn't seem doable.
Where's the driver? Where's the driver? Is there anybody in there?
Okay, and another thing, this guy's hosing it off here. Any explosives, like I said, would either have to be rigged so that it goes off when he hits something, or else they're monitoring him the whole time, and when he hits the tree, they detonate whatever is going to explode. I just don't see them doing that. It's probably rigged to explode on impact, that's my guess. There's that damn fountain, or I call it fountain, fire hydrant. I don't see him hitting that. Alright, right there. You can see this car hit that tree. They didn't blow up the car and then push it over to the tree. You know, it clearly hit the tree. Really good.
It doesn't sound like it.
Even the back of the car crinkled up as if it was a high-speed impact. But when he went through the intersection back there, the car was intact. You know, it didn't look like someone had rammed him or anything. So now this guy's across the street and he's looking from the other direction. You can see that the car has, you know, after impact, swung around. So it's kind of facing like as if he drove out of that driveway there into the tree.
I don't know. We don't know yet. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Did you see it? You saw it?
Yeah. That's right the donuts in the footage.
What? You saw the crash, or you saw him going fast?
And I understand a little bit English.
Okay, what did you see?
But he come and like 20, 100, and all the car. Just coming fast, lot of fast.
So did you see him hit the tree?
En la flor de when coming to en la highland, like that, en la flor. Espera un momento. Espera un momento. Pues yo entro ahorita a trabajar.
Okay, here's the engine and transmission. And you can see where the crash is. That should tell you his direction of travel right there. I think his direction of travel was outside of that fire hydrant. I really don't see how he hit that. Maybe somebody just turned it on. I think that's what happened. There you go. That's all. That's what I think about all that. That guy probably murdered, and they made it look real good. They made it look real good. You got a case like this. Let's see if I can find that. Okay. Let's say the motor ended up here, and he hit there. That means his direction of travel is this. His direction of travel is this. I really don't see how he hit that. I think somebody just came over, popped that open, and turned it on, or maybe there's something else there now that they just turned on, or whatever. Maybe someone knows what's going on there. But yeah, so this guy is high profile. If you're gonna kill him, you're gonna make it look good, and they did. It really looks good. It really looks like an accident. An unbelievable accident. Okay. Good day.